coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Yay, 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 dang, man. I appreciate the support. Man, we out here, y'all know I'm on the road, getting ready to take another flight. You dig? So, shout out to my auntie, man, for taking me to Vegas, man. Shout out to y'all, man, for riding with me, rolling with me, man. I'm gonna drop this story on y'all right quick. Now, I'm gonna start this story off by saying, by now, hopefully y'all know I am not crazy, right? But during this point in time, I felt like I was going crazy, and I ain't really like tell people about this type of thing because of the simple fact that they would have thought, oh man, Banky losing his mind. But man, let me tell y'all something, true story. I can remember, man, when I was in the hole, man, when I did them couple of years in the hole, right? And I swear to you, man, I feel like this cell was haunted, man. I felt like that cell was haunted, man. And it didn't start off right away. It started off after I was in there for a while. You know, man, I don't know, man. Maybe my mind was just playing tricks on me, or, I don't know, because I felt like it wasn't because it was so real. I used to start hearing little voices and seeing little shadows and stuff, especially like at nighttime when it was dark. It was like I would be laying down in the bed and it's like I could hear little whispers. You know how like you be sitting around and you think you like if somebody got the radio on or TV on and is in the other room or something, like you could hear it. It was like that. It was like I could hear like little whispers and stuff. Like you couldn't really like make out the words, but it was crazy, man. It was insane. I don't know, man. I felt like back there at that time that I probably was losing my mind, man, because I felt like the cell was haunted, man. And it could have very well been that the cell was haunted. I mean, who knows? I don't know about that type of stuff. What do they call it? Paranormal activities or whatever the case may be. But I know the longer I stayed back there, man, the greater the what do you call them? Illusions or whatever it is it was getting stronger. And man, I used to be back that joint, and I used to try to go to sleep immediately. I used to try to go to sleep. I used to work out so hard when I was back there trying to, you know what I'm saying, so I could be tired at nighttime, because at this time, man, it was like boom, I might be laying down and I'm laying down in the bed, and it's like I heard the little whispers and stuff. And I used to be like boom, and I pop my eyes open like this, but I wouldn't move like so. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't do nothing. So like I wouldn't spook whatever. And I can remember just rolling over, and I look, and it looked like I saw. You know how like you see the shadows on the wall? It was like that. It's like I saw a shadow on the wall, like my hand moved like that, and like when I turn my head, it just fade out, and I be like, man, what the, what the, bro? Bro, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was because of the books I was reading. I read a couple of like, you know what I'm saying, I guess you would call them horror books and stuff like that, man. So it maybe it was playing tricks on my mind or not, or maybe not. I don't know, man. But I remember, then when I started going to sleep, man, it seemed like the walls they was closing in. They was closing in at nighttime when it get pitch dark, and there's like the walls is closing in, and it's like boom. I'd be laying down, and in my vision, I would see like a lot of spiders. That's why I don't even like spiders to this day. I would see like a lot of spiders, and the spiders would be like, they would always be closing in, like they crawling and getting ready to get on me. And I would always wake up right before they got like real, like close to my face and stuff. And I would just pop up, and I'd be like, man. And I look to the side, and I see them shadows, man, like somebody just walking and moving away. And I was like, man, what is going on up in this joint? I see what's going on up in this piece, man. Hey, so I'm dealing with this, man, but it's like something that you can't really tell nobody because, like I say, they might think you crazy and might want to, send you, to the nut house or whatever the case may be. They might just don't even care, at this point in time. So, man, I was dealing with this joint, man. It was messing with me, man. It was really messing with me, man. And then, um, man, it was probably after this stuff had been going on. I had been back there now for probably over 2 years. And I remember a dude that came back there. He got in the cell right beside me because that person had left, and another dude had came back there. He had been locked up on the compound for a while, and then he messed around and got in a fight. So he was back there, and I can remember, man, he was hollering at me, and boom, he banging on the wall and stuff. He was like, yo, next door, what's up? Who that? I'm like, man, it's Bank. He was like, oh yeah, what's up, man? Such. He was like, man, yeah, they gave you that sale, huh? I said, what sale? He said, man, you in the crazy sale. I said, what you mean by the crazy sale, man? Cause now I'm like, what you talking about? So he was like, man, somebody killed themselves in that sale. I say, what? I say, what? He said, yeah, man, I think that's the first sale somebody hung themselves here, man. They hung themselves in that joint a couple of years ago, right? I said, they hung themselves in this sale. He said, yeah. I said, how you know for sure is this sale? He said, oh, everybody know. I said, man, everybody but me. But me. So I don't know if that played a part in my psyche or not, because now I'm thinking in my mind, like, you know what I'm saying? Is the spirit of that dude in the cell? You know what I'm saying? Or is that what I've been hearing? So I ain't even telling him that, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing little shadows in here and hearing little whispers and stuff like that. I ain't even say nothing. But I was just like, I ain't trying to be in no, you know what I'm saying, no cell with nobody that killed themselves in. But then again, when you in the penitentiary, you don't know, you know what I'm saying, what done happened in these cells before you got in there. You don't know if somebody done been killed in there, somebody been taken advantage of in there, somebody been beat to death in there. You don't even know. You know what I'm saying? It just all depends on if you believe in, paranormal activity, or you believe in spirits or ghosts or whatever the case may be. But I know that joint, he could have missed me with that. He ain't even had to tell me that. I ain't want to know that because it was playing a part in my psyche too. So now, man, I was dreading the night because I was dreading when it get dark in there because they were cutting all the lights out during this time back when I was on this joint. They was cutting the lights out themselves. We didn't control the lights in the hole. They could control the lights, so they cut the lights out like at 8 o'clock. So I was dreading that joint, man, because it seemed like no matter what I do, I be reading. I try to read and start reading, man. I had the joint up there. We had the little small little night light. I had the night light on, and I'm reading, and I'll be trying to read because when I read, I get sleepy. So I be trying to read to get real sleepy so I can fall asleep, man. It seemed like every time I finish reading, get real sleepy, and I cut the lights out, man, I start hearing it, man. I be like going, trying to go to sleep, man, and I'm dozing off, and I be hearing stuff like, and I be like, and I pop my eyes open, look, I'm in the cell by myself, but I'm like paranoid, like somebody's in that joint. So I be like opening my eyes. You know how you open your eyes like you don't want nobody to see you open your eyes like it, but it ain't nobody in there. But it sound like somebody in there. So I used to be like, and I be hearing it. And then as soon as I do something like this, like if I turn my head to look, like real fast, I see, I be like, man, I'm getting up out this piece. I see, I'm getting up out of here, man. So I can remember the next morning at breakfast time, I kept telling the floor officer, dude, I said, man, I want to see the building sergeant, man. He was like, what's up? I said, I want to see the building sergeant, dog. So when the building sergeant, he said, man, I'll get him over here. Man, it took, man, all day to get him over there. But he finally came over there because I just kept on banging on the door. Hey, man, I told him, man, I want to see the sergeant. Then he was like, boom, he kept telling me, he was like, man, what the problem is, man? I got to tell the sergeant what you want to see him for. I said, man, tell him I need to see him, man. It ain't for you. If it was for you, I would have told you instead of asking for the sergeant. So I'm going back and forth with him, back and forth with him. So I know he irritated, like he really don't want to get him for me, but he eventually got him for me because I ain't eased up. I just stayed on top of him. But I want to see the sergeant. So the sergeant come over the joint, and I'm trying not to let other people hear me or to, to keep. I said, look, bro, I need, you know what I'm saying, move out of this cell, man. He was like, what's wrong with the cell? The toilet ain't working. I ain't, no, it ain't the toilet, man. I said, man, listen, man, I need to move out of the cell. He was like, why? Why you need to move out of the cell? He said, you got a problem with somebody? I said, no, boy. I said, man, there's something wrong with the cell, man. He said, well, what's wrong with it? I said, bro, something wrong with the cell. So he's like, you got to tell me more than that, man. If your toilet working, your sink working, you ain't got no problem with nobody. What's wrong with the cell leaking or whatever? So then in my mind, I'm starting to say I should just make up something about, you know what I'm saying, what, like the cell leaking or something. When it rained, the cell leaking down the wall, because I've been in cells like that. They leaking and all that, but they won't move you for that. You know what I'm saying? They're, well, man, we gonna get that fixed, or you just gotta hold on, or we. So I'm like, bro, hey, I need to get up out this joint. He said, you in the hole, man. Where you gonna go? I said, man, do they got another cell? Just put me in any other open cell. I don't want to be in the cell, bro. I said, something wrong with the cell. He kept saying, what? And I'm too, you know what I'm saying? I'm too embarrassed to tell him, like, man, I'm hearing voices up in this joint. I'm seeing shadows up in this joint. I'm hearing whispers and stuff up in this joint. I don't want to be up in this joint. Now this joker next door done told me somebody hung themselves up in this cell. Far as I'm concerned, that's the dude and his spirit or something in here. This is how my mind is going. So I'm like, bro, I just need to get up out here, man. I don't like it up in the cell, bro. I'm telling you, I just don't like it in the cell. You just move me in another cell, man. I've been back here maybe 2 years, bro. Just put me in another cell. He was like, man, hey, man, I talked to the watch commander, but you had to give me better information than that. What I'm gonna tell him? Hey, man, he just want to move. Nah, bro, they not gonna do it like that. I said, bro, please, I'm asking you, bro. I don't want to be cutting up back here. I'm telling you, man, if I got to mess the cell up, start flooding, whatever. He said, hey, now don't try to make no threats now. I'm telling you that, you can catch another charge. You can catch another charge. I said, man, bro, I'm back here 2 years. I don't care nothing about no charge. Obviously, I don't care nothing about no charge. I'm telling you, bro, I'm asking you, can you just get me out the cell, man, and I'll put me in any other cell. I'm quiet. You not gonna hear from me. I'm not gonna be doing nothing. Just I don't want to be up in this joint. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm gonna talk to him, man. But hey, don't be doing nothing crazy. Don't be flooding and doing nothing. We ain't got time for that. I said, all right, I'm just asking, bro. Man, he leave, right? So I'm in this joint now, and I'm like, man, I know this. I know it. I know this joker next door heard. I know this joker next door heard me, right? They probably over in the cell laughing like, yeah. But I ain't tripping because I want to get up out of here. Because I'm telling you, this joint is happening there every night, man. Then it be the spiders coming down on me. Then I see the shadows. Then I'm hearing the whispering. And it's like you trying, like I'm literally like trying like to hear what is being said, but the whisper is so low that I can't really understand what it's saying. But it's like I can hear somebody talking. It's like, I'm like, man, man, F this. F this. I got to go. And you got to think now. I'm like, bro, I'm like 20, 22, 20, 23, 24 years old, somewhere up in there, 22, 23, something like I'm young. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it ain't no nickname for it. I'm scared to death up in this joint. I'm nervous. I'm scared, man, because I don't know what it is. And I'm the only one in there. It ain't like somebody can do something to me, or can it? Or you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, this driving me crazy, bro. I'm not gonna be able to deal with this. So I'm lacking on sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay up at night. I'm trying to be reading. I'm trying to be sitting up. I'm getting up at nighttime, exercising. Dark up in this joint. I'm up in this joint doing burpees. Because I don't want to go to sleep. Because I don't want to start closing my eyes when it's dark. Because that's when I be hearing it. That's when I be seeing it. Shadow. As soon as I look, every time I look, it's like it's right there. It's clear as day on the wall. I can see it. It's like a person's silhouette. And as soon as I look, it don't say. It just fade out. Like right up in there. It just fade out. And I'm like, man, I can't. Nah, this ain't gonna work for me. So that whole week, I'm pressing him. I'm like, man, all right. I'm gonna start kicking on this door. I'm gonna start flooding. I want to get up out this cell, bro. I want to get up out this cell. So then I got my homeboys and them hollering, man. Boo was back there at the time, but he way over on the other side of the corner. So he hollered, what's up down there, Scott? He used to call me Scott. He said, what's up, Scott? What's up with they down there in the city? I said, man, I'm trying to get about this joint, man. I said, man, it's a raggedy, you know. And then Obama hollered out from another side. He said, oh, that's that cell. Somebody killed themselves here. That's your haunted. I said, what? He's joking next door to me, talking about, yeah, I told him. I'm like, man, they're the whole block know. You know what I'm saying? Because we hollering through the sales and stuff. So now I'm feeling like, I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm feeling crazy, though. I'm feeling like everybody knows something that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like everybody knows something that I don't know. So I'm like, man, they gonna get me about this joint. I don't care what they say. They get me about this joint. So I just kept on making noise. So then the building lieutenant, he came around there. So he come to the door. So now it's like everybody knows. So I'm just talking. I'm talking regular now because it's like I'm the only one who don't know. So the building lieutenant come. He said, man, why you making all that noise, man? Why you making all that noise? Why you kicking on the door and banging on? I said, bro, I'm trying to get up out this cell. He said, you can't get up out the cell. You know what I'm saying? They ain't release you. I said, I'm not trying to get up out the hole, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get up out the cell. Put me in another cell. I don't want to be in this cell. He said, why you don't want to be in the cell? What's wrong with the cell? I said, man, bro, this cell's spooky. He say spooky. What you mean spooky? I said, man, this cell spooky, man. I said they would tell me somebody killed themselves in the cell, bro. And I'm telling you, man, I be seeing things. I don't want to be up in here. He talking, you seeing what you see? I said, bro, I don't want to be in the cell, bro. I'm telling you, man, the cell is spooky. I don't want to be in those. I don't want to be in no cell. Period. Somebody killed themselves. How you know somebody killed themselves in here? You listen to what these other inmates tell. I said, bro, did somebody you been here? Did somebody kill themselves in the cell? I said, so if somebody killed themselves in the cell for real, you know if it's for real, if somebody actually did it. So if they saying it and you know if it's really true or not, if somebody killed this, if they did that, I don't want to be in the cell with somebody killed themselves in there, bro. I don't want to sleep in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sleep in here. So he's like, man, I don't know about nobody killing themselves in the cell. I said, man, you probably know. Look, bro. Man, tell the watch commander, I don't want to be in here, bro. I'm going to kick on the door. I'm going to make noise. I'm going to start flooding. I'm going to start pushing these trays out on the floor. I'm going to do all of that, bro, if you don't get me up out of here. He said, you ain't going to do nothing. I'm going to catch a lot of charges. That's all you're going to do. You will be back here long. I said, okay, well, that's what we're going to do. Because I'm not staying in the cell, bro. I do not want to stay in the cell. Now, if you want me to lay down and do my time, just put me in another cell. Put another joke up in here, bro. I don't want to be in here. You know what I'm saying? He told me, man, you is tripping. You don't run nothing in here. You can't just tell. I said, okay, all right, then we're going to do what we're going to do. He said, then you make a threat. I said, I just told you what I'm going to do. That's not a threat. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, bro. I don't want to be in here. I'm going to start acting. I'm going to start cutting up, bro. You know I will cut up. You know this. It ain't like you've been here long enough to know that. Now, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to do that. I ain't trying to be going to war with y'all. I'm not trying to be fighting with y'all. I'm not trying to make y'all do no extra work. All I'm asking you to do is put me in another cell, bro. That's it. That's all I'm asking you to do. It's got to be a cell open, bro. Ain't the whole. Just put me in another cell. He said, man, I'm gonna go tell the watch commander. I'm gonna see what he can do. But yeah, hey, I wouldn't hold my breath. I said, okay. I said, all right. But now I'm locked in. Then you got dudes hollering, they getting all, man, move the man to another cell. Man, you know somebody died in that cell, man. Get that man out the cell, man. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff, but that don't help you. Cause now it's like you telling the lieutenant or also whoever that you talking to that you running them, and they don't like that because that's when the ego get involved. So the ego is involved now. So then they might be skunking my play by running their mouth. I want, man, just shut up, man. Let me handle it. This is me. Let me handle this. But that's the penitentiary. Everybody gonna jump in, woo, like they really helping you. They ain't helping you because if you was out there fighting by yourself and they was standing right there, they ain't gonna jump in it because they don't want to get that case. So they ain't helping you. So I don't need your help verbally if I can't get your help physically. Just shut up and let me handle this joint. So boom, man, he leave, man, and That sucker don't come back the rest of the day, man. I said, okay, they think I'm playing up in this joint. And then that night, when I went to sleep that night, man, trying to get up out that cell, man, and I'm telling you, man, the same thing. So when I go to lay down and go to sleep, when I go to lay down and go to sleep tonight, man, I could hear the voices, man, them little sound I was hearing, and I could make out the words that John was saying. And man, that was it right there. I said, I'm not staying here. I would set this joint on fire. Man, the voices were saying, I killed myself. I killed myself. I killed myself. I killed myself. I said, shh. I sat up in the bed like the Undertaker. I say, man, what? I said, oh no. Man, I jumped up. I went to the door. I kicked that door. Boom, 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 boom. CEOs, hey. It's nighttime. It's probably about 10 at night. So I said, man, floor ups came in. I said, hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, tell the sergeant come over here, man. Get me up out the cell, man. Get me up out the cell, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, what's wrong? I said, man, toilet ain't working. The ceiling leaking. Get me up out the cell, man. I've been talking to him, telling him to get me up out the cell, man. I ain't staying up in the cell no more, bro. I'm telling you, you got to get me up out the cell. I'm snapping on him. He said, man, hold up, man, hold up, because this is night shift. He said, oh, I said, bro, I'm telling you, you got to get me about the cell, bro. I'm telling you, I'm going to start flooding this joint. I'm going to do everything up here. I'm going to bust these lights out, all of that. Get me up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. They go get the nighttime lieutenant. He come in there. He said, hey, man, what you got going on? What's going on up in here? I said, bro, I can't stay up in the cell no more, bro. I said, I done talked to the morning lieutenant. I done talked to the morning sergeant. I done talked to them, man, for almost a week. I got to get up out the cell. Don't get me up out the cell, man. Y'all gonna have to suit up, bro. Y'all got to suit up. He said, what's going on? What's going on? I said, they know what's going on, man. I know y'all got the stuff in the watch command office, man. When they come over here, it's got to be in the books. Y'all done talk to me, whatever. They know what's going on, bro. I'm telling you right now, y'all going to have to suit up. You're going to have to suit up. Get me up out of this joint. I'm not staying in this joint no more. You know what I'm saying? So now people up there, man, get the man off sale, man. Hey, all that noise, and other dudes start kicking the door. Boom, boom, boom. We'll tear it up. So they were, hey, everybody calm down. So I'm feeling like the center of attention now, and I done made the play, and other people jumping in. So I'm like, man, look, I got to go. I'm telling you right now, I got to get up out here. I'm getting ready to start packing my stuff. I'm ready to snap up in this joint, man. Get me up out the cell. He said, hold on, man. Let me see if we got a cell open. Y'all hold it. Hey, y'all better cut all that noise out up here. I'm telling you right now. Man, shut up. Hey, get up out of here, man. Shut up. Chaos up in this joint. So I say, listen, man, what you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? He said, let me go see if I got a cell. Hold up. Just hold up, man. I got time for this. Like, we have a smooth night. So, boom, he leave. I'm up in this joint. I'm starting to put all my stuff, my little pillowcase. I'm wrapping my little, you in the hole, you ain't got too much. I'm wrapping all my little books and my little mail and stuff up in my sheet. I'm not staying up in this joint no more. If they had to come in here and fight me, whatever it is, I'm getting about this joint. So, boom, he come back probably about an hour and a half. He said, look, you got stuff packed? I'm gonna move you downstairs. There's a cell open downstairs. You going right downstairs. Is that good enough for you? I said, yeah, absolutely. Get me about this joint. He said, all right, get your stuff packed, baby. Back get you about 15, 20 minutes. I said, bet. And I had my stuff packed, came to the joint, tell him to turn around, cuff up. He busted the door open, come in there, pick all my stuff up, looking all around the cell. Flush the toilet waste. I thought he said toilet waste. I said, man, ain't nothing working in here. I would get me up out here. He said, yeah, all right. Took me on up the jump. Put me in another cell, bro. I'm telling you, I don't care what y'all say. You can say what you want. You can say, man, Banky, you crazy. Banky, you was tripping. I'm telling you, I know what I heard. I know what I seen. And then what they told me, I don't know. If ghost is real, I don't know. I know that was real for me. You know what I'm saying? It was real for me. And I won't stand up in that joint. I won't, you know what I'm saying? And truth be told, when I went in the other set, then I didn't see the shadows joint no more. I ain't heard the whispers no more. But I stayed back there a little longer. I still started seeing them little spider jumps, and like the cell was closing in on the spiders. But their voices and the shadow, it was gone. It was gone, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons, like I said, I don't like spiders today. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if the rest of it was just closing in on me or whatever the case may be. But, bro, I'm telling you, man, that cell was haunted, dog. That cell was haunted, bro. That cell was haunted, bro. And I was glad I got up out that joint, man. That joint was driving me crazy, bro. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do nothing, man. And then once that dude gave me that information, somebody kept, man, I said, oh, no. Nah, whether it was real or unreal or not, it had already affected my mind. So I had to go. I got about that piece. And I was willing to fight. They was going to rough me up, do whatever, chain me down, do whatever. I'm getting up out of it. Because if they would have did it and chained me in that cell, as soon as I came up, I'd have fought them again. I'd have fought them until they got me up out of it. And I know it really won't worth it to them. They did, you know what I'm saying? They won't, I don't think they wanted that type of smoke. So it is what it is, man. But hey, man, call me crazy. But that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That's my good word. But yeah, and I ain't even talk about that joint a lot because I know people say, man, he was tripping, he was crazy, he was just losing his mind. Nah, I heard it. Anyway, man, drop that on y'all. Don't you tell nobody. Y'all be easy, man. Be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. And hey, man, duck them hooks. And if you heard voices, man, get up out of here.
The Banky special.
Yeah,
Pure deliciousness.
pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.